Hello, Amet here, or Mara if you prefer. Um, yes, I am here. I'm alive. I'm back from my trip that I just took not too long ago. A few days ago, actually. And I'm still feeling kind of tired since then. Anyways, I'm back with another audio log because I want to talk about certain types of subjects, like, say, the matter, like the subject of opinions or things like that. And, well, yeah, and things like that. And it's like, I don't have a script or anything in mind here, but I just only wish to talk about things that kind of sort of, my personal gripes with certain things. At least when it comes to the enjoyment of, when it comes to enjoyment of the individual that enjoys one thing, but a majority of people hate. And I say that in like, yes, everybody is good, everybody should be able to stand by their own opinions, but they should also think critically about things too. And that's why I want to come at this way. Like, I want things, like, I want people to enjoy things. Life is too damn short to not enjoy things, but you also got to be careful with things. You gotta, like, you gotta be aware that things are not, like, always right either, that some things can be considered to be very, very wrong too. It's like, I would like to talk a bit. I will probably I should probably dig a little bit more deeper into that. But to be honest, some of these things regard certain sense of subjects that even I don't really want to touch upon ever, But even so, I still like, I do dabble a little bit into writing. I do, role play from time to time, like fictional stuff. One, like typical casual, interesting subjects of, let's say, a criminal or a villain, or even like characters like who's usually, like, say, the good guy that transforms into a sort of bad guy. And I suffer, like, and I make my character suffer in different ways too, like, say, being the damsel in distress more than not, or being somebody who cannot really understand a thing. But this is not about that. Sorry. I mean, I'm going off topic. What I'm talking about is that the matters of, let's say that, like, you see something and you like it, but a majority of other people probably don't. All I can really tell you is that not everybody will probably, nobody will ever view the same way as others do. Everybody's an individual in their own right, and just because, like, we all argue against the individuality, that, I don't know, like, it's like it feels weird being the black sheep of something, or feeling like you're the black sheep of something, because you don't want to be the odd one out. You don't want to feel like that just because you like something you feel wrong for liking it. But I guess it depends on the subject matter too. I don't want to touch certain subject matters either, and I'd rather not, to be honest, for a good majority of my life, because I stand by my own sort of opinions or or thoughts or things like that. And I still, like, try to come at things with an open mind, but I try to be careful too, because you can call me a shut-in, you can call me innocent, you can call me basically, I'm just, I'm not exactly the type of person to really go out there all that often. I am a shut-in, I am an introvert, but I'm just basically, like, sealed in. I'm sheltered, basically. That's the word I was looking for, sheltered. And I feel like I did this to myself because, in truth, I feel very sensitive to the world around me, at least to certain subject matters, because of my own personal issues and my own personal life. And I see that there's, such a thing is always going to be very sensitive to talk, to touch upon. And that's when things always get, weird. But again, I'm going off the rails. What I want to talk about is, like, the matter of opinions, of if you like something or if you hate it, and say, like, you like a show, and there's something wrong with liking a show. Even if that show's bad, like, can I just tell you that you shouldn't feel bad just to like something. I have plenty of things I don't, that seem bad, they're probably bad, and but I still like them anyways. I'll probably just come to an understanding of what, like, eventually. I mean, I like it like I do now, or my opinions would change, yes, but I don't see anything wrong with liking it for the way it is, because maybe there's something about it I find interesting, you know? And I guess that sort of opinion does carry over to some other things too, but regardless, maybe, I don't know. I'm not a professional, I am only just a person. Right now, I don't really have a face on, on any of these types of medias. I'm not exactly, like like a star or anything. I'm just an average person going through a tough situation, and I'm just, like, living the life that I want to, or I wish I could do, or, like, I wish to, because I'm going through many situations where I feel like change is just change is always happening no matter what, and it's like I have no control over what my life. But I think that's mostly what I'm dealing with, anyways. But again, I don't really have a script. I don't really have anything to say. Maybe I just want to talk about something, and one of them is just again a matter of opinions. To like a show, to not like a show, to hate something just for the sake of hating it, which is another thing I hate, by the way, because like, yes, something can turn you off. Let's say like a fandom can turn you off from said thing. Let's say a cartoon, like you will probably know exactly what I'm talking about, but this could be anything. I'm gonna try to be as vague as possible as I can about this, but let me tell you that there is a lot of stuffy, over the top fandoms. It's always been there for generations, and it's going to continue to be a thing for generations more. It's like, as fandoms has always been, you're always going to take in the elitists or the extremists inside there, and it's like you're going to encounter them. You're going to encounter the crazy people, and if you and when you encounter those crazy people, it's like, yes, I'm sure I understand. That's what turns you off. I'm a fan of several shows and several games. And you may say that my taste is questionable when I like these types of games. It's like, this is me, This the thing that I am me. I'm only going to think from, I prefer to like these things because I love them. And that's just the way I'm going to stand by them. But I'm not going to stand by the fandom because I prefer to be myself, and I prefer to share it with friends who are willing to listen to me, who are willing to listen to my constant, love for said things. I mean, I have a very good, I have some very good friends that have really been stuck by me for the past, 4 years, 5 years, and they're, and I have plenty of friends that come and go, yes, but I have plenty of good friends too that have been stuck by me for the past 4 years. It's like, they mean a lot to me, and I think it's better to just kind of approach things with an open mind, that that the things that they like may not always appeal to me the same way that the things I like won't appeal to them, like this is how it is. But the thing is, though, I still try to approach things with an open mind, and that's why that's why I say these things, because it's better approaching with an open mind. Try not to think too much about, the bad stuff behind the scenes. Maybe try not to approach things behind, or, ignorance is bliss. Don't even, dig into it more than you already know, Don't look into the fandoms, don't even look into the criticism, maybe don't even look into certain things. But if you do want to approach things critically, or in more ways than one, think for yourself, basically. Just, if you don't like it, you don't like it, Don't force yourself to not, to try something if you don't like it, and that's okay, because not everything will appeal, to you in particular. The same way, it won't appeal to another person. Nobody will ever like this, Not every maybe one or two people are the same. You never know, but not everybody's the same person. Nobody shares a hive mind, which is, I hope it continues to be true, because society is weird and you never know what's going to go on with the world right now, Call me a conspiracy theorist. But I only wish to approach things with a open mindset, and critically too, because I want to think for myself against the ideas that I've known something for. And let's say something bad, something bad. It's like, if there is something bad with this, I'm like, I'll keep that in mind as I watch it, but sometimes my opinions will be my own, and that's all that matters. You cannot change, another person's opinions, because what they like is what they like, and that's okay. You should respect that, but you should also let other people think for them, just to let them give them time to kind of think about it for a moment, because it takes time for a person to kind of accept your viewpoints. But regardless, even though they do accept it, they will probably stick to their own opinions, and because it's a point of opinions. You can listen to them. You can open your mind to them. You can accept it. But in the end, it's up to you. Because you're the only person that it will be the one who's willing to accept these things. And it's like, you know what? And all I can really tell you is that approach things, approach shows, approach cartoons critically to yourself with your own opinions. Don't let other people say or what they do influence you. Fandoms especially, don't think of the fandom in general, because you can still like said thing, but you'll probably just be the one who you enjoy it if you try to take this thing out of your mind, or better to come at it blind than anything, but that's the thing though, not everybody will come at it blind, because you're gonna think that, yeah, so and so is the cancer of the subject, or like, I hate that, to be honest, because I don't know, it's just personal stuff, you know. But either way, it's very stupid just to call something a cancerous thing just because like it's toxic or it's bad. And yes, I do agree that maybe some people are extreme. I heard some extreme stories of people doing crazy stuff because one person never really agreed to them, to their, to their opinions or mindset, of course. And it's like, I think of that and I think of like how crazy, bizarre, and insane people can be, you know. And it's like, this is why, this is why I have some issues, and this is why I want to talk about, because like there's so many crazy ass shit that people do that, that they always tend to do, no matter, that you think that maybe some people could be just straight up psychopaths or even sociopaths. I was like, yeah, keep in mind that not everybody's gonna be sane either, but I'm not saying that either for, for every little thing. All I'm saying is like, just separate the fandom from the subject or the thing that you're interested in, and try to approach things blindly with an open mind. That's all I really can tell you, because eventually you're gonna try to, like, you will figure it out if you don't like it, or if something that has been ruined for you, then don't force yourself to like it, because I understand that things would take some time to get into, or maybe not all, it wouldn't ever really appeal to you. Not every Just because something is popular doesn't exactly mean it will appeal to you in particular. Has always been the case for, like, let's say, like, some random person, another person. It's like, it's okay. There will be other people like that who share the same similarity as you, who probably like have your sense of mind, like your mindset, your way of thought. And it's like, that way you can find, like, that way you don't have to feel like you're alone on this. But you could, like, other people may see you as a black sheep, but in truth, you're no sheep at all. You're just a person. You're a human being with your own set of minds and your own set of opinions and your own thoughts and everything. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with not liking something just because you don't like it. Like, maybe there's something about it that doesn't appeal to you. You don't have to say that maybe this sort of thing is, so big, and that's why it doesn't appeal to you. Maybe you just don't like it for the sake of it just doesn't, again, appeal to you. That's just it, and that's okay. At least that's why I like to believe too, that not everything will appeal to me either. It's like, well, that's true, because like, not everything will appeal to me, because the way things I like are only to my liking. Let's say, like, my favorite game, for a long time has been Dynasty Warriors, and I adore the Warrior series. I love the Musou series. And but the things I haven't played them all. Either way, I don't think I will play Dynasty Warriors 9, because even I have to agree that that's not probably the best game at the moment, in the series. And I've seen that maybe Dynasty Warriors 8 and 7 are probably even better than 9, and I still like them, but I don't really play them. I think 8 is probably the strongest gameplay, because it's, for me, it's just all good fun. I love, hack and slash games, and Dynasty Warriors in particular. I like the best set of characters and the best set of gameplay and movesets for some characters. And I always enjoy, like, like the Empire series too, and I love that's just basically just me here, I love them so much. And the same goes for the Samurai Warriors series. It just shares shares the same thing, where like it has like its own, but it's built in its own way. And I love the Empire series. And the best thing of those two games are like the system of getting married to, like, say, certain officers. Like, that's always a fun bit for me. I don't know. I may not be like always romantically involved in things in real life, but I love like messing around, like, ugh, I'm just gush. I love, like, visual novels and dating sims. I also love games that, like, if it allows me to, I can have the power to do anything I want, like The Sims, and games like Warriors, the Empire season, like the Empire, like let's say, like, the Empire parts of the series, of the Musou series, are basically my favorite, because again, it's the power to do anything you want, I guess. Even between Dynasty Warriors 8 and Samurai Warriors, which are completely different by system, like, despite how similar they play, they're both completely different in their own right. But either way, like, that's just my opinions of those things. And let's say even like Highway Warriors, I adore Highway Warriors, and I love it so much, because it's a mixture of Zelda and the Warrior series, like the Musou series. I'm always, I prefer warrior series. Cause even though like I'm not talking about the books apparently that exist. I'm talking about like the Musou series, the games. But either way, I love Hyrule Warriors because of the cast, because it's a mishmash of both Warriors and Zelda, and I loved the Legend of Zelda series when I was a child. And even though I don't have like, let's say the current generation of consoles like the Switch, or I never even had the Wii U. The only thing I have right now is the DS. And say what you will, the 2DS is like the best system I could ever use right now because, well, one, I am gosh darn poor and I cannot buy anything too fancy at the moment, and I wish I could because I love to spoil myself. I love to spoil myself. But situations, consider that other things are much more important than that, and I'm okay with that too. I just wish that maybe I could spoil myself a little bit more. Anyways, I love the series. They're like they're a mishmash of my two favorite series, and I love gushing over like nostalgic reason, like the nostalgia that I get from some parts of the game where it's like, yes, if you play this part, you probably recognize this instantly, or maybe you love this character because of how freaking batshit crazy they are, and like how much fun they play, or how like insanely strong they are. I mean, I love it so much, but that's my opinion at least. I feel like I'm just talking way too much about this. But I think it's just because I don't, like I tried to talk about it, but I think not a lot of people enjoy me hearing about it, and I think they probably enjoy me even talking about this even less now. But still, regardless, all I can really tell you is that yes, like if you love something, keep in mind, if you don't love something, just never pay attention to it. But if you absolutely hate something, please, 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 even if you do have an opinion and do talk about it, people are going to see it and people will argue against it. And even if you do have a positive opinion about something, people will still argue against you, like, and that's just the way of the internet, or even the way of life, in general. It's like, what the fuck, man. But either way, all I can really tell you is that even if you hate it, please don't scream at everybody, because maybe they'll feel bad for liking it. And I don't know, maybe it's the way that I think that I wouldn't want my feelings to be hurt. But even then, I think that I'm okay with people not liking things either, because they're not me and I am not them. We're all individuals, and with our own like opinions and lifestyles and personal things and things like just things like that in general. It's like, and I would respect other people's opinions, and even if they don't respect mine, I'd rather like just move on my life than to be angry about it, even if I am hurt. Because in the end, all I really want to focus on is myself, But well, either way, even if I do find others that enjoy things, I'm an introvert. I never really like to socialize with others. But either way, like I see that people get genuinely hurt about this, and it's like, just enjoy it, Just enjoy the things that you like, even if it is embarrassing, or it's something weird. I don't know. Just also be careful, because I don't know. There's some things I won't ever really approve of in some subject matters, even if it is fiction. But that's just me, And again, you're not me. I'm not you. You can do what the hell you want. I don't know. I'm just saying that, like, this is just basically my thoughts of what I feel like, of what I like, what I try to think about, of, like how life, like, I don't know, it's just the mindset, different opinions, and all that nice stuff. And I don't think it's a bad thing either. Just have fun with your life, Because in the end, all that really matters is you. You as yourself, and you as a person. And in the end, you got yourself in the end, so what can I say? Anyways, I think that's about it for now. I think maybe I'll probably gush a little bit more about games in the future. Because again, I love games. I love games. I'm a gamer, goddammit. But the thing is, still, I'm not a professional by any means. All I can really say is that I do things because I enjoy them. I love it because I feel like right now life is too short to not enjoy things. And I think I still have a long road ahead of me, depending if life, is willing to give me a pass, essentially. And excuse me for that. Sorry. But yeah, like, if life is willing to give me a pass, I'm like, I don't know. That's really me. That's just me, though. And in the end, that's all I really can say about it. Anyways, I think that's it for now. Maybe some people probably have listened to this, or maybe nobody would listen to this. But in truth, all I really want to do is just vent out my thoughts and frustrate, and frustration at things and just talk about nothing in particular, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a script for this. I don't think I'll ever write a script for this. I'm gonna go at this raw. Raw. Anyways, please have a great day and take it easy. If you are listening to this, have a beautiful day. Bye.